it is Chris here, and in today's episode we're going to be going over my ultimate EDC organizer survival kit. I love building outdoor DIY survival kits out the yin-yang. I have a lot of them on my channel. But I have been intrigued by the concept of the EDC organizer. However, there are only maybe 3 or 4 videos that truly, in my opinion at least, that are actually worth watching. And I wanted to make sure that when I build a kit, I built what I feel is one of the best rigs out there. I need to be able to accomplish urban survival if need be. I need to be able to accomplish certain aspects of wilderness survival, but I also need to encompass secondary and backup everyday carry items. Now, this is going to be on top of my personal everyday carry, which is something that I keep on me every day, but if I need subsequent items or I need more of a survival kit, this is something I can keep in my glove box and anything like that. The items that you put in your own personal kit, if you get any ideas off of my kit, will drastically be different. I am here just showing you what I've put in my kit and why I've chosen to do so. Now, this is a fully comprehensive 207-piece survival kit, and if you don't believe me, we've gone through and checklisted absolutely everything and triple checked just to make sure every single item in here has been thoroughly vetted, tested, and approved as things that I would trust in a survival situation. Every single item in this kit is made for a purpose. Even the morale patch. This morale patch is actually glow in the dark, so I need to find it at night. It'll radiate a glowing American flag, so it'll be much easier to identify at nighttime. The Paraclaw by Outdoor Edge. This is a Tinder zip. I attached a zip tie to it due to the fact that if I ever have to use the Tinder zip, I don't lose the functionality of the YKK zipper. In addition to that, I added 10 feet of 550 paracord that has a special type of weave and attachment to it, so if I ever need to access it, I can cut the quick tab real fast and be able to quick release the entire spool very adequately. Not to mention, we have these Blade Tech clips on there, so I can attach this to any type of pack, a web belt, or anything of that kind for easy carry into a bigger pack. This is the Maxpedition Fatty Organizer. Now, what we're going to be doing is jumping into the pouch that is back here underneath. Then we'll touch the gear up top, then we'll go into the gear over here, and then we'll jump into the pouch underneath of that zipper. First, I wanted to make sure I had a Ouchie Boo Boo kit. This is the On the Fly kit by Survival Medical. It has all the items that you see listed here, and if you want a full list of the contents, I'm definitely going to be putting links to all the kits and all the different items I have in the video description, so if you want to check any of this stuff out, you can. But it gives you a comprehensive Ouchie Boo Boo kit if you have some injuries. It can take care of some medium wounds. Next, we have an emergency blanket. This is just a normal Mylar blanket, can be used for shelter, radiating warmth, just an emergency piece of kit that you can use. Now, in addition to that, what I have inside this bag are 5 pieces of caffeine gum to keep my energy up because I don't have any room to put food stores, and keep moving to hopefully get myself back to safety. And last but not least, I have 6 sheets of waterproof paper so I can leave notes for anybody that may be looking for me, or can also be used in an everyday carry situation. So if I need to have a to-do list, it doesn't really matter why I need it, it's just good to have some paper with you. I wanted to make sure I have some good amount of cordage. I have 15 feet of paracord right here. I have the 10 feet of paracord right here on the quick pull tab, but I wanted to make sure I had some additional cordage with me. So right here I have 25 feet of Technora, and if you guys don't know size and per weight, this is some of the strongest cord on the planet. This has a 450-pound tensile strength cordage, but it's very lightweight. It gives me a lot of usable cordage, so I can use it for shelter, tent stakes, and anything like that. But it's just good to have cordage with me. So with the combination of the paracord bracelet, the Technora, and the loop, I have 50 feet of cordage. Next, we have my flashlight, which I chose to use the Olight S2A Baton. It's a good EDC size flashlight, but it can stack up to a really good useful brightness of, I believe, over 300 lumens. It takes very common batteries, which are AA batteries, but all the Olights that I've tested on my channel are very useful and proven lights. The next 2 items are my Dino Boned tactical pen. This gives me a nice writing implement, but is also a designated glass breaker. This is really lightweight. I like the usefulness of a tactical pen because it can be used in a self-defense situation if need be, but it's also a good writing implement. Now, to make sure I don't run out of ink in the middle of the day, I also have this Olixir. This is a new item you guys haven't seen yet on the channel, but it's already been tested. It has a stylus on there, so if I'm using any of my smart devices, but it also gives me an ability to have a ballpoint pen. But in addition to this, it has one additional awesome function, which if you unscrew this right here, they have this little spike for a glass breaker, but this glass breaker is a little more ingenious because it employs a spring system to break the glass for you. Next up, I have the knife that is in this kit, and I chose the brand new Cold Steel Pocket Bushman. This has the ram safe lock. It's a super strong locking mechanism, but it gives you a 4.5-inch blade with CTS BD1. It's a good budget knife that will serve you in an outdoor EDC or survival situation with a 4.5-inch blade. It's nice and thinly profiled, good ergonomics. That just, for 25 bucks, I couldn't not use it. This is a special component that comes from WAZOO Survival Gear, and it's got 2 waterproof tablets in there. We have a 1-liter water bag for water boiling, water storage, drinkability, portability, anything like that. I've got 3 Ranger bands that are also very useful. They're also very flammable, so if I need them in the ability to start a fire, I've got that. But inside here, there is a really thick proprietary sheet of aluminum foil, and I also decided to wrap in another piece of heavy-duty aluminum foil. So if I need to do any cooking of any kind, since I don't actually have a pot to carry in, I can use it as an improvised frying pan. But in addition to that, you can take those 2 pieces, and I actually took a very same piece and built a cup, pot, bowl, whatever you want to use this in. You can use this to boil water, cook food in, and this is using the same exact sheets that you would find in my kit. And before we move on to different components, you'll notice these tinder zips. These come from Exotac. There's basically the live fire from 550 fire cord. It's the tinder that is used there. I love this tinder because I can use these little tabs as extra fire tinder. I can cut these half, fluff these up, and they become an instant fire starter if I need them, no matter what. In the middle here, I have my Hydro Blue Sidekick. This is a EDC, an awesome EDC water filter. It's been thoroughly tested on my channel. It can filter up to 100 gallons of water, but it's a 3-stage kit with active carbonate, the hollow straw filters. Everyone in my family, a bunch of my different friends have used this, and for the money of this being 16, 17 bucks, it's just a no-brainer to put in this kit. This waterproof capsule that I got from a company called Vigilant Gear. They have something similar to this on Amazon, but I decided to take some paratinder. So I also have some additional tinder to it, but this is a waterproof capsule. We also have some hockey tape under here and a Ranger band, but this is a waterproof capsule. This will hold 21 fat packs, and these fire starters are freaking amazing because you get 30 to 45 seconds of fire starting capability, but they are waterproof, and if you need them in a first aid situation, they make a very awesome disinfectant. As we move on, since we have several bladed tools in this kit, I needed a way to be able to field sharpen my stuff. So the logical thing was the Spark and Sharp. It gives me a 90-degree edge for serrations or striking a ferro rod. This also gives me carbide teeth to do some flat ground sharpening on a blade, just to field sharpen to keep a blade serviceable. And in this screw cap right here, we also have the ferro rod that throws a good amount of sparks. And like I've done a lot of other stuff, I also put in another tinder zip. Now we're gonna move through this pretty quick. We have some chapstick. This is the Beeswax Lip Balm. Good for fire starting, keep your lips dry, skin protectant. We all know the benefits of chapstick. Then we have the Nano Spark by Exotac. However, I decided to improve upon the original design. I took the actual capsule piece out and I put in 5 pieces of fat packs in here for first aid and additional fire starting. This is a really good flint wheel. We also have this Bic lighter, but it is a positronic electric lighter because it is waterproof. This will give me an additional usefulness in a survival situation. Then as we move on, you can't have a good complete kit without a multi-tool. So this is my Leatherman Sidekick. We have the spring activated pliers. We have a good knife. We have a saw. We have pretty much everything we need in a kit such as this. So if you need to get any survival situation stuff done for wood processing, just doing some tools in an urban environment, this just makes a lot of sense. Now, I don't know how long I would be out with this kit if I was in a survival situation for any reason, but I have my flashlight. But I decided for illumination purposes, I have 2 extra AA batteries to coincide with my flashlight. And for anybody who has watched my other DIY videos, I have my 60-piece micro Altoids fire starting tin. If you want to see that, you can definitely check out that video. But this gives me a lot of different ways to start a fire in this kit that is extremely comprehensive but extremely lightweight. I actually have this nice little bite zipper pull from WAZOO Survival Gear. This actually gives you 10 feet of 15-pound test line for fishing line. It gives you a fish hook and a split shot weight, so you actually have an ability to have a small addition to a fishing kit right here on the zipper pull. We have my shit kit, which is a field toiletry kit. I wanted to make sure that I don't have to jump to plants or anything natural right away in case I'm not sure of the area I'm in. But this gives me a field toiletry kit. It says single use, but if I needed to stretch this out, this is something I could use a day or two. This gives me a disposable bag, some toilet paper, wet wipes, and hand sanitizer. Now moving on is we have my 28-piece micro survival kit from Go Prepared Survival. I know you guys saw this in a recent episode, and I did touch base that this is something that would be in this kit. But I like this kit because it gives me snare wire, an emergency whistle, it gives me a really good fire steel, a signal mirror, a small fishing kit, 10 feet of duct tape, utility cordage. It gives me pretty much everything I need in a very comprehensive setup. Like I said, if you want to see more about this, definitely check out that video, because this 4A, it's such small size of only being 4 ounces for 28 pieces. It's amazing. I have an ability to do some fishing and some small minor trapping in a scenario, but I also have my tinfoil that I could use for boiling water and everything, but I need a way to be able to actually cook. So I wanted to make sure that I had everything I needed in this kit. So this is actually the Fire Ant by Emberlit. My good friend Mikhail, who is the owner of the company, went ahead and sent this to me. This is the tiny piece stove that you can use, made out of titanium, that only weighs like 2 ounces. So I have an ability to cook food out in the wilderness. But all in all, this is my 206-piece EDC Organizer Ultimate Survival Kit. Now, do I understand that there's a lot of things in this kit that you would or would not put in this kit? Absolutely. I understand completely that. Down in the comments section, definitely leave your ideas and opinions of things you would put in this kit, and let me know what you think of this kit. Now, as you scan over all of these items, you can understand that this kit actually adds up, and the overall concept of this kit is very expensive. But what I really wanted to try to do with this kit is make sure the individual pieces were affordable. Like, basically most of the pieces are $30 to $40 and under, except for maybe the titanium Fire Ant stove, which is a little more expensive. But the knife being 25 bucks, the shit kit being about $250, we have a $35 28-piece survival kit. We've got a lot of useful items. My concept was to use basically field-tested equipment that I could trust with my life, that I could use in a pinch in a survival situation if I don't have a full rig. Yes, nothing can substitute a full survival kit, a BugOut bag, anything like that, but this is something that I can stick in my glove box, I can strap to my belt, and carry this. With this only weighing about 3.5 pounds, this is extraordinarily mobile, yet ferociously useful. If you guys want to know any more about the items or want to do some research links, I'm definitely going to have links to all of this stuff down in the video description, but definitely check out my feed on my channel, because this stuff spans over a year worth of things that I have actually field tested and had on my channel in some way, shape, or form, whether it was in a kit, a pack build, or individually tested. But if you enjoyed the test and review of my 206-piece EDC Organizer Survival Kit, definitely give this video a big thumbs up and share this out with your friends and family in your social media networks so we can keep growing, thriving, and making awesome videos for you guys. But that just about does it for now. Hope you guys have an absolute wonderful day. I'm out.